It's time for the August real estate market update. I'm going to start off by telling you what I'm seeing on the ground. And to preface this, I have a couple listings active right now, and I've had some that have been active for a while and some that just came on the market. And here, every city's going to be different, but here in Menifee, I am seeing definitely a slowdown in showings. I've spoken to colleagues in the same area, same track, that are seeing the same thing. So it's not something that's specific to my listing. This is just a general market uh, thought for this particular area. And every city is going to be different because I'll tell you this. I just had a listing in Eastvale close, and the price point was up there in the 900,000s. Um, we had lots of interest in that property. Lots of very well qualified buyers that were willing and able to purchase. And so, it definitely tells you a story that each city's different. I'll even go a little bit further. I have a listing that we had some buyers interested in. They had to sell their house in Roland Heights. This house in Roland Heights listed at 1.2 million, and they got an offer the first weekend. So it's not about the dollar amount. It's not about people having money. It's really the area. But to get into let's just jump into the stats here. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to cover Riverside County because Riverside County kind of encompasses all the areas that I cover as a realtor. And we're going to start out with the median sales price. Now, look, I'm going to also preface this with normal things. So obviously, we always see a downturn on, activity prices at the end of a year. It just happens. It's holidays. It's the last quarter of the year. People are not necessarily focused on buying a house. It's not the primary thing that most people are trying to do the last quarter. And I say that with an opportunity in the background for buyers that you can, look for a house with less competition. And also, as you see, is the trend here. We have houses going down in price. So for Riverside County, these are single family homes. Last month, the median sales price was 640, and now we're down to 625. Okay. Now look, this is still up year over year, 3.3%, which is pretty much the average of what you would see for home price appreciation. So not a bad thing. I'm not saying that prices are tumbling. I'm not saying that there's going to be a crash. I'm just saying that this is a normal part of the cyclical real estate market. Okay. Next, we're going to jump into active listings. Okay. And we do have an increase in active listings compared to last year. Year over year, we're looking at 12.3% of an increase in active listings. And while I'm telling this to you, I want you to think supply and demand, because essentially that's what this whole market runs on: supply and demand. That's what makes either prices go up or prices go down. And so, with an increase in active listings, obviously that's an increase in supply. That's what's available on the market. Next, we're going to jump into the closed sales. Okay, so closed sales are down month over month, but year over year, they're actually up 1.3%. And I think you also need to know a little bit about last year. Last year, we had rising interest rates, whereas this year we actually have declining interest rates. Okay, but last year there was much uncertainty. We thought the Fed was going to drop rates, and they didn't for a very long time. They still haven't, although they're expected to do that in about a week here. But let's get besides the point. Last year was just a time when people were just not sure what was going to happen. It's actually pretty close to how things are right now. But this next and last stat that I want to look at is pending sales. And we had a tremendous drop in pending sales for the month of August at 1429 compared to the previous month at 1849. So that's actually let me see, month over month, 22.7% decrease in pending sales. And why am I giving pending sales so much focus is because this is a leading indicator of sales volume for the next month, for this month that we're in now, September. So my prediction, I mean, things can change, but I mean, looking at this, pending sales going down means that sales volume will be down next month as well. And, I wouldn't be surprised if pricing is down a little bit as well. So here's some things that I just want to put out there, because with all of these stats, there's opportunity. And the opportunity is, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen here so you can look at me. The opportunity is that we have three things that I feel are pushing and pulling on the market right now. One of those is the fact that we have an election coming up. Okay. And I've had plenty of clients in the past tell me that they didn't want to do anything until they find out who's in the Oval Office the next term. Okay. So that's one factor. The second factor is the interest rates, they're going down. Okay, this is a positive thing. This is a push up on pricing, push up on activity if people take advantage of it. However, I have had some lenders telling me that they feel people are waiting for rates to go down lower, so they're not ready to pull the trigger right now. So that's one thing to think about. It's not everybody, but that's what one person told me, and I could see why people might want to wait a little bit. And the second thing is we just have that cyclical time of the year where, activity goes down, pricing goes down. So those factors, what they tell me is I see it as opportunity for a buyer. Now, look, we can't predict the future. We don't know if there is going to be a crash, but based on what is in front of us right now, I don't necessarily see that. I do see that there's still a lot of people that want to buy homes. They're just waiting for the right opportunity. So, with that being said, I do think that if you are potentially in the market, you need to reach out to a trusted lender to start having a discussion with people about what your finances look like. So then that way you can either see if you do want to buy a house, maybe it works right now, or maybe you need to put a game plan in place so you can position yourself to make a purchase when the time is right. So there's a lot more to go about this. I want to keep the video short. Thank you so much for watching. Reach out to me if you have any questions. And as always, I am never the pushy sales guy that's going to make you buy a house. I always want you to do it at the right time. So, feel free to call me. There's no obligation, and I'd be happy to share information with you.